Everybody, this is Dominique with Black Girl Reviews, and today I have another review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 10, Healing by Sheree. All right, y'all, so I say this, my mom told me I say this on every review. I pretty much say, oh, this is going to be a short review, it's going to be a short review, but for real, for real. There's only two things that happened on this episode that mattered, so I really feel like this is going to be a short review. So it was the brunch at Drew's house where Ralph had all of the men come in and, you know, cook for the ladies, even though they had a chef who prepared the meal. And I feel like Ralph was just trying to butter Drew up because he knew he was headed to Vegas while she was headed to Portugal with her girls. He was headed to Vegas for the little Magic City, Chocolate City review thing where he's auditioning for, which is stupid. So, because I wrote on my notes that when Ralph was talking to Drew and she was getting all excited about, this brunch, and she was like, oh, this is great. He's like, yeah, this is great. I'm doing this and doing that. I just put acting with exclamation point, exclamation point. Ralph is not authentic. He's very performative and he's giving off that he gave me fake and phony. Like, he gave me fake and phony, and I should have known it was for a reason. He doesn't do anything because he loves Drew. He does stuff to butter Drew up for something else. So he has brunch at his house, and Drew invites all the ladies. All the ladies shows up. They all sit around and have chit chat, talk about. Oh, and Marlo brings her chef man, her date, to the house. Everybody pretty much brought somebody except Kenya, I want to say, because Courtney brought her ex-husband, who is probably the only reason why she's on the show, and he's not cute. Who else? Did anybody else not bring anybody? I think everybody brought somebody except Kenya. Yeah. And then Kenya Man calls, and it was Roy, and then she shows everybody, which was a mistake. I wouldn't have showed none of them hoes. I would have been like, hey babe, I'll call you back. Love you. Bye. I'm not showing these hoes because as soon as she showed Marlo's like, oh, is that Roy? Roy from Kill Me Crazy? I went on a date with him. Girl, y'all went out for lunch. Date is what you went with the chef when he just pulled out all the stops. Really, dating? Okay, yeah. Date is when for the chef. Y'all went on a casual lunch date. Okay, I said date. But the way that she explained it at first, she trying to make it seem like, oh, I just went on a date with him. He was just in my DMs. He told me to wear this and that was it. Blah, blah, blah. I should look at the date on when he sent that to her. So Kenya walks off and she has a conversation with Roy or whatever. And what else happened? She gets back to the table. All the other ladies still have chit chat. Sonya messy self is like, can you believe out of everyone, Marlo is the one that dated the same person as Kenya? Sonya, do better with your producing skills. It's so noticeable. It's cringy, and we know what you're doing. And you're on the wrong team, and it's so sad. And yeah, Kenya didn't fall for the bait. And then I don't know what Courtney said to Kenya, but she kept on tapping her like, yeah, oh my god, yeah, can you believe it? I hate when people do that too. Like, I don't, especially if I'm not really that cool with you and you keep tapping me on my shoulder like, oh my god. I don't care how light it is, even if you just barely like graze my arm. I'm just like, can you calm down? She probably had too many of those mimosas, so she probably I hate when people drink and they get all touchy, feely, want to hit on you and tap on you and rub on you. Like, girl, all Kenya said, can you please stop? Can you please stop touching me? I don't like that. We're not that cool yet for that, that moment. And then Courtney got offended by it. Like, girl, I've just been like, if that was somebody telling me, which I don't do that. So if someone told me that, I would have been like, "Oh, my bad, girl. I apologize. I didn't know I was doing all that. My bad. I didn't mean to offend you or get in your space." She felt offended. Like, what you mean? What are you talking about? Like, you know, and Drew had to tell her, like, it's okay. She just putting up her boundaries, letting you know how she likes to interact with people, and she doesn't like that. So it's not that big of a deal. Then Sheree, messy. I don't pay nobody, but I want to call Drew out because she's still mad that Drew called her out. She turns around and says, "Oh, are you gonna pay that chef? Are you gonna pay? Are you gonna pay that chef? Are you gonna pay that chef?" And Drew was like, "Why are you whispering?" She was like, "Oh, because the blog said, you know, a chef is suing you because for not paying for non-payment." And Drew told her what it was. Like, I paid her. She's just trying to get money out of me, and she literally just sued me for $1,000. It's really not that big of a deal, but we already paid her. She just wants more, and everybody was just like, $1,000. She really going to court for $1,000? Ugh, I could not. Let me see what else happened on top of my head because it really wasn't much. Oh yeah, so I forgot. They brought up the Candy and Todd's movie and how Drew is, you know, was casted for the movie, and Kenya was like, "What about me? Why was I not casted?" And then Drew tried to shade her to the last movie I seen you on was Twa, and that was like 20 years ago. First of all, Kenya was in Deliverance from Eva. She had a small little part in Deliverance from Eva. She was old boy's girlfriend, so don't play Kenya. She had a speaking role in Deliverance from Eva. I'm trying to think what else. I seen Kenya in more than just that. So, Drew, what was the last thing you was on was Step It Up? Well, or the game? I don't think you was on the game for like one episode, two episodes. I really don't remember Drew in the game, honestly. So the shade that you're throwing can be thrown back at you, just like Sheree. The shade that you're throwing at Drew about her not paying can be thrown back at you. The reason why you don't have the clothes that was on that fashion show is because you didn't pay that man for them clothes. Okay, moving on. The next scene, all the ladies packed for the trip. Everybody getting ready for the trip. They get on the plane. Candy is sick. She got food poisoning. She was pretty much in the bathroom for 2 hours. They land. They get to the W. Oh no, they land, and Sheree's telling everybody like, "This is a healing trip. We're here to heal." And King was like, "Cause she already knew it was BS. How you here to heal? But also, you still mad at Drew for saying that you took back the clothes. But we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them." So they make it to the W. Marlo throwing shade at Kenya saying, "Oh, this is how you do a trip." Because the last trip, Kenya had us in a little Motel 6 or whatever. First of all, it's Alabama. You're comparing Portugal to Alabama, even though Kenya's trip sucks all the time. But you're comparing Portugal to Alabama. Alabama, which is a small little town, and Portugal, where they have 5-star hotels. You can't compare. And the hotel y'all stayed at was actually pretty nice. I don't know, because the hotel, okay, whatever. I'm not going to even get into that, okay? But, okay, because the looks can be deceiving. I don't like hotels that smell funny, but no one said that the hotel smelled funny. So I don't think that was even the case. So from the looks of the hotel, it was a decent hotel for Alabama. Alabama, Portugal. Okay? You can't compare the trips. And y'all didn't even get to do what y'all was there for because y'all acted a fool. Okay? Moving on. Next, we have all the ladies checking in to their rooms. Well, no, they had dinner. They had lunch, kind of. I don't even know if they was eating. I was having a lot of technical difficulties with my cable box, and I had to pretty much watch things on my phone. And the crazy thing is, I know this is a sidetrack, but I'm pretty much almost done with reviewing the episode. But the crazy thing is, my phone, I can stream off my phone or I can watch my cable. My phone streaming service part of it wasn't working for at least a week. And now it's working perfectly fine, but my cable box is not working. I reset my internet this morning because I thought that had something to do with why streaming services wasn't working. And I think it does because I reset it and now my streaming service is working on my phone. But now my cable box is acting stupid. Like somebody, I can't connect to the internet. Why you need to connect to the internet when I got the TV show recorded? But anyways, all the ladies sit down for something. I guess they ate a little snackety snack because some of the other ladies went up to the rooms and still ate some more. So I guess they had a little snackety snack. And then Drew talks about how Ralph is auditioning for Magic City, Chocolate Thunder in Las Vegas. Oh, Moneta was showing her husband and saying, oh, everybody was like, oh, keep an eye on him, keep an eye on my man, keep an eye on my man. Why y'all need Moneta man to keep an eye on y'all man? Weird. I don't need no man. I don't need nobody to keep an eye on my man. Okay. But then Drew was like, yeah, keep an eye on Ralph, even though he in Vegas. And everybody was like, Vegas? What he doing in Vegas? And she was like, oh, he's auditioning for Chocolate City. And young Moneta was like, oh, I seen Chocolate City. And they be like, oh, whoop. And everybody was like, what Ralph doing trying to audition for Chocolate City? Ew. Like, and then they flashback to him taking off his shirt for her audition for her music video, and his body is not it. So then everybody just splits up, go to their room. Sonia, who is the lapdog of Marlo, even though they want to call Moneta the lapdog of Kenya and Candy, it's okay for y'all to have a lapdog, quote unquote. I'm not calling them lapdogs, but I'm gonna call Sonia a lapdog because that's what she is. But Moneta can't be cool with them. They're so fucking weird. I'm sorry. They're so weird to me. They're too old and they're immature. Ugh, so disgusting. But so Sonia and Marlo have a conversation about how Kenya gonna get mad at Martell and not get mad at the fact that her man was in Marlo's DM. Okay, she wasn't mad at Martell about him being in her DMs. She was mad at how Martell came at her when she brought it up to Sheree about him being in her DMs. She just wanted to let her know, hey, since I know that it's serious, I'm just gonna let you know he was in my DMs. No big deal. He was in my DMs and he attacked her like, what you mean? What you gonna do? What you do? He the one who was acting like that. Then it escalated. See, that's why I don't like Sonia. Sonia likes to Sonia is Sonia, like come on. Do you have a brain? Like when Marlo said he was in her DMs, what was the point of being mad? That's why no one understood why Martell was getting so irate about the whole DM situation. Why would Kenya get upset about that? She wasn't upset about the whole situation. Whatever. Kenya and Candy have a little cute conversation about Kenya says she pretty much still going through divorce court with stupid, broke, dude with the nose ring, baby daddy, but don't take care of his child, but also want to get on her nerves about the baby. Mark. And she said she's been in divorce court longer than she's been married. And that is so sad. And what else happened? Nothing that I can else. The rest I cannot remember. Okay, so everything else really doesn't matter. I guess I can say since they did a flashback, Kenya had to sit down with Sheree about how Courtney she doesn't respect people's space and she really don't know her like that and blah blah blah. And of course, Sheree went right back and told her as soon as she could before the dinner. So they arrived to dinner. Everybody looks nice. Sheree looks super duper casual. I'm just like, girl, this is your trip. You're supposed to be outdoing all of these girls, but you did it. You didn't outdo nobody. So they all sit around, have a little chit chat. You know, it was all fun and games. Courtney opens up and says to Kenya, why did you act like that towards me during the brunch? You act like you don't want me to touch you. You act like a mean girl. And once again, Kenya told her again, like, it has nothing to do with me being a mean girl. I just wanted you to know my boundaries. I don't like when people be touching all on me like that. Even Drew told you in the moment that it has to do with boundaries, not me being mean. I just don't like you touching all on me. I don't really know you like that, girl. We just met. I don't like you touching on me. It's no big deal. And she's like, oh yeah, okay, boundaries. Yes, boundaries, girl. Then Drew brings up the fact that she didn't like Sheree bringing up the lawsuit. And Sheree, of course, who can never admit to anything. Well, I didn't like the fact that you said that the things that she by Sheree got confiscated at the reunion. Even Candy was like, but they did. We didn't get nothing. Sheree admit. So Kenya didn't get nothing. Candy didn't get nothing. Sonia didn't get anything. I couldn't hear Monyetta because her mic wasn't on, but I want to say Monyetta didn't get anything. So the only person that got multiple things or anything at all was Marlo. Marlo's like, I got a hat, I got a shirt, I got a bag, I got this, I got. She in her confessional thinking it's like she thought this was going to be a moment. She got all of the Sheba Sheree gear on that she got from the reunion because she is a thief, allegedly. She's a grifter, allegedly. So she knows how to grab what you need and get ghosts. The other ladies probably was hanging around, lounging around, and Sheree, person of interest, Sheree's people was like, oh, okay, well, that was just for the show. Can we get that back? And Marlo probably was already gone with all the stuff. So she didn't get it back because, Sheree probably didn't own the rights to none of them clothes and them items. So she needed to get them back. And so they all agreed that they ain't get none, but for some reason Sheree is like, well, if they took the stuff away from you, that has nothing to do with me. I don't know, have nothing to do with that. I don't know who did that. I don't know who did that. Of course you don't know nothing about nothing now. Of course, and it's all a lie. She's still harping on the fact, even though Kenya and Candy said out loud that they didn't get any of the items. So yes, it was taken back after they left the stage. She's still going to tell Drew she was lying on her. So you just going to lie on me? You going to lie on me? That's what I'm going to do? You going to lie on me? So he's going back and forth. Then Drew gets up and cried. And that's when the episode goes off. And then Candy was like, and scene. Because she knew Drew. She was like, Drew, I don't know if it was on this episode. I did watch a sneak peek. But Candy was like, Drew had harder arguments than this, and this was made her cry. Somebody was like, I think she's probably crying over Ralph and the whole Ralph situation and feeling like he ain't ish. Okay. But that was pretty much the episode. I'm gonna give this episode I'm gonna give this episode. What would I give this episode, y'all? Tell me what y'all rate this episode down below. Tell me below, because I really want to give it a C plus, but that's being generous. I might give it a D. No, because we got a trip out of it. Portugal is pretty. Okay, let me go down my ratings because when a teacher is grading, she grades per question in the real world. So I'm gonna grade it per scene. So we got the Ralph and Drew situation and her lawsuit that was brought up. So that's a point. Queen. So we always start with 0. Well, a F. Then we're gonna bring it up to a D. And then we had the brunch. Marlo trying to act like she was dating Roy. So that's a D plus. Ding. We had Sonia faking, Sonia and her bad producing and trying to act like she's the bone carrier junior, but is horrible at it. So I'm going back to D. Ding. Going back to D. We had the montage. Oh, we had baby Brooklyn meeting her grandfather. That's a C. Ding. Because that smile on her face was so freaking cute. She was so happy. So that's a C. Ding. We had the trip, C plus. Ding. We had Drew and Sheree's argument. We got a B minus. Ding. Sheree can't admit to nothing and go around in circles. We got back to a C plus. Ding. So C plus. That's how I broke it down, how I would grade it. Final grade, I'm circling C plus. That's what this episode is giving. Yeah, no, I wasn't feeling it. I probably tomorrow I might film the review on Real Housewives of New York. It's gonna be real short. I'm just gonna because it wasn't much going on in that episode either. But I really enjoyed the episode of Real Housewives of New York. So if you're not watching that, get to watching it. I'm probably gonna record the review tomorrow, which is what, Wednesday, and I have it up by Thursday. I'm a little behind, y'all. I've been on vacation twice I was on vacation on my birthday weekend. I was on vacation. I was in Chicago, and then I went on vacation this weekend. So I'm still in vacation mode. I'm trying to catch up on my videos. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share this video to your family, your friends, your loved ones, your co-workers, your brother, your sister, your nephew. Okay, just share this video. Tell me down below how you like this episode. What do you think about Kenya and Courtney's little tiff? What do you think about Sheree trying to act like she had nothing to do with them confiscating the items where she got Sheree? Do you think she had anything to do with that? I really think she did. And she's trying to save face, but also trying to deflect and go back to being mad at Drew for bringing it up on camera. All right, y'all. That's all I got to say. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.